I'm going to do some channeling. They're from spirits that encourage us to allow love to flow into us and out of us. So hopefully you can hear okay. There is a road over there, but we'll give it a go. See how it is. Okay. There have been times in your lifetime where you have felt as if you were unknowing, immature almost, as if you were behind the others. Somehow the others had had some information or lessons about life that you did not receive. And you had a certain, you had a certain sense of isolation and a certain amount of shame with this, because you see, you could never tell them, oh, you know so much more than me. I don't know what you're speaking of. I feel quite inferior to you. So that very thought, you see, became a part of you. It became a part of who you thought you were as a human being. So if you were to describe yourself looking back at that, you would say, that was when I was ashamed of who I was. I compared myself to others, and I did not measure up. I was not as knowledgeable, therefore I felt I was inferior. It's important for you to note this. It's not how you are today, but it's important to note how it was that you were. Each stage of your human development, you see, it's important for you to go see it, look at it as it is, and then allow it to be removed from you. We're going to say allow it to be removed from you, because otherwise you don't really know how to get rid of these things. You don't know how to change from this human that we're speaking of now, that felt inferior and felt a certain amount of shame, to who you are now. You just set it aside, as if it isn't still a part of you, you see. So, what we wish to say about this, first of all, is that it existed, yes. It's all right for you to say it. It's all right for you to see it, and to understand and to accept that it was a part of who you were at that moment. That is absolutely fine and important to realize. Not just to put it behind and go on the rest of your life as if nothing ever happened. Because it will come up and get you again, you see. That's why it's important for each time, whatever it is you're in at this moment, to feel it. If it's good, bad, ugly, whatever, just feel it. It will leave. It will be finished. It will be completed, you see. So, now, we're speaking of this old memory of inferiority. And you are thinking, some of you are thinking, what's the point of talking about that now? I don't feel like that now. It is because we understand that a part of it is still inside of you. A little bit of shame carried on, you see, just waiting to be uncovered. Just because you put things in a room, you see, and close the door, doesn't mean that they're necessarily gone. Some of them do, of their own accord, lessen. But it doesn't mean that they're disappeared because you've put them out of sight. So we wish to take you for a moment to do the time of shame that you felt. And you are able to visualize this shame. Try to bring up the feeling again that you felt at that moment. If you can visualize an event, a human, a conversation that you're having eye to eye, that you can visualize, you will bring yourself back there emotionally, you see. So if you can picture this time, and you are sitting now thinking about it, and you don't like it, it's uncomfortable. Plus, you don't feel like that now, so you don't really want to do it. But we are suggesting to you, if you wish to do this thing, you will feel more complete. So, we will take you back to this time, and you are sitting in a shame situation, often with another human in front of you. Oh, there you are. Sitting in it. It feels awful. It feels like you're dirty, and you just want to get up and clean yourself off. Now, if you can sit for a moment in the dirty business and the heavy, heavy emotion, so heavy you think you will die from it. So shame, your face is turning red. It's a terrible memory. Now, when you wait a moment and you felt this thoroughly, all of a sudden you will feel lighter. You will feel lighter because you have completed something difficult. And the universe has been watching. Those who support you are always watching you through these difficult emotional times, waiting for you to hand it over to them so it will disappear, you see. It is only an energy, it's only a memory. And when you have finished this difficult time, and just hand it off like this, as if you were throwing little feathers to the wind or something like this. You're throwing it out. Throw them out. Can't really do that, can you? Of course you can. Just do that. Throw them out like that. Throw them out. Throw them up. Oh. Turns out it was only thought energy, and it doesn't exist now. It is released into the wind, we would say. Now you are a little bit freer. You are freer with this releasing and allowing, you see, because now you're not afraid to go to difficult places, are you? Not difficult. You are not afraid to go to difficult places, and that means you have just you have reminded your body you can do very difficult things and go to difficult places, and you will not expire. Now it knows that you see with that one memory, and now you can do more and more of these, because today you will know you can do many difficult things and you will not expire, because you have just done so, you see. And that is the point. It is practice, and it is reminding you that you can do many difficult things. You just forget sometimes. They are all just energy, just passing in and out of you. So you can sit with difficult things. You can have difficult conversations. You can experience difficult situations around you. You will not expire. You will sit, you will watch it, you will feel it, and you will let it go up into the wind. Even today, you can do it. So, throw the energy to the wind. There is much love here for you. Namaste. That's kind of nice. Throw it to the wind. I like the idea that we can teach ourselves by visualizing like that. And then that means today that we can do the same thing. We just visualized. Sounds good. Okay. Turn the off button. Bye, guys.